I overthink every friendship, not just the important ones, not just the ones where I feel deeply attached, even with people who might not mean that much to me in the grand scheme of my life. I still catch myself thinking about where the friendship is going. How long will this last? When will things start to change? Will they get bored of me? Will I get bored of them? What will be the thing that slowly pulls us apart? And I don't really know why my mind does this. Sometimes a conversation ends, and instead of just letting it be a conversation, I start replaying it in my head. I think about what they said, how they said it, what they might have meant, or what they might secretly think of me. It is exhausting. But the strange thing is, overthinking can almost feel useful. It feels like if I think about every possible outcome, then maybe I can prepare myself. Maybe if I imagine every way the friendship could change or every way it could end, then I won't be caught off guard when it happens. It feels like protection, but most of the time, it doesn't actually protect me. Most of the time, I'm just sitting there imagining things that never happen. I spend so much energy preparing for a version of the future that might not even exist. And then life does something completely different anyway. That is the part that makes friendship so difficult for me. It is not that I don't understand that friendship takes effort. I know they do. If you care about something, you have to maintain it. You have to give it time. You have to show up. You have to make an effort. That is normal. But there's also a balance. Because you can care about someone without giving them everything. You can maintain a friendship without abandoning yourself. You can be there for someone without betraying your own peace. And I think that is where I struggle. I know there's a certain amount of effort you can give without hurting yourself. I know that sometimes you have to hold back, not because you don't care, but because you have to respect yourself too. But knowing that does not make it easy, because friendships are not only affected by how much you care, they are affected by life. People move away, people get busy, people change schools, people get jobs, people get into relationships, people grow into different versions of themselves. And sometimes the thing that brought you together in the first place is not there anymore. Maybe you were close because you saw each other every day. Maybe you were close because you were in the same class. Maybe you were close because you played the same game, had the same routine, or shared the same space. But then life changes. And when life changes, the friendship has to change with it. That is scary to me. Because no matter how much I think about it, I cannot predict everything. I cannot control whether someone stays, whether someone drifts away, or whether the connection slowly becomes something different. And maybe that is what I'm starting to learn. Overthinking can help in some situations. It can make you more aware. It can help you notice things. It can help you understand people better. But when you start overthinking things you have no control over, it stops helping you. At some point, you're not preparing anymore. You're just hurting yourself early. You're grieving a friendship that has not ended. You're fearing a distance that has not happened. You are trying to solve a future that does not exist yet. And while you are doing all that, you might miss what is right in front of you. The friend who's still here, the conversation you're still having, the moment that still exists. I think the hard truth is that some friendships will last and some will not. Some people will stay close, some will become memories. Some people will drift away slowly, not because anyone did anything wrong, but because life moved in a different direction. And maybe that does not always mean the friendship failed. Maybe some friendships are only meant to exist in a certain chapter of your life, and maybe that still makes them meaningful. I don't think the answer is to stop caring. I don't think the answer is to become cold or detach or act like friendships do not matter, because they do matter. The answer is probably to care without clinging, to appreciate people while they are still here, to express gratitude while you still can, to maintain the friendship without giving so much of yourself that it starts to hurt. That is the balance I'm trying to understand. I still overthink. I still wonder what the future holds. I still imagine endings before they happen. But I think I'm slowly realizing that I do not need to hold every friendship so tightly. Sometimes the best thing I can do is just to be present. Enjoy the friendship while it is still here. Let it grow naturally. Let it change if it has to change. And trust that if someone is meant to stay in my life, the friendship will not need to be forced every second to survive. I overthink every friendship, but maybe friendship was never something I was supposed to control. Maybe it was something I was supposed to experience.